The coronavirus which causes COVID-19 originated in the city of Wuhan, China. COVID-19 is believed to be transmitted primarily through inhalation. Once infected, most people experience mild symptoms including sore throat, headache, fever, dry cough, shortness of breath, and fatigue. However, in the subset of patients, the virus attacks the lungs, causing a much more serious infection. The risk of serious complication increases if the person is elderly or has medical conditions. Once infected, the person might show no symptoms but can still infect others. What began in Wuhan, China has now spread up to be a global disease.
The hunger dey catch me since morning. I never chop. To find better place to chop na work. So when people don tire to stay inside, all of us go come outside.
For many local governments, two community. For this one bag of, is this a bag of rice or what? How can they say two communities don't share this kind of rice?
Shut our shop down since on Thursday. They said only food stop market will be selling.
Here are the random views of few Nigerians concerning COVID-19.
We're talking about coronavirus. Coronavirus is a pandemic that is real. Yeah, the thing is that it has hit Nigeria, it has hit all over the world. Is now the thing is spreading all over the world. I think the thing is real.
Tune in to the radio, the television, newspapers, everywhere you go. It's all about coronavirus, and this is because it's a global pandemic. It's something that has actually shut the world down for the first time in a very long while. You have something that affects people globally.
I just want to say to my fellow Nigerians out there that they should be careful and stay safe.
Coronavirus is real, but some people are doubting Thomas.
Actually, I don't believe. That's why you don't see me cover my nose and my hands.
I know this is real. Like, this thing is very dangerous. We need to adhere to the World Health Organization, what the guidelines they've put in place, that social distance, always wash your hands, and keep good hygiene.
And take a lot of fruits, vitamin C, most especially. Stay at home.
Because of the way this virus is spread, it's something that is very, very sensitive. And it's actually easier said than done. For example, when they say don't touch your nose, don't touch your mouth, it's at this point you begin to realize that these things are actually very difficult. And for you to know that this said virus can exist on metal surface, on wooden surface, so that's how dangerous this virus we're dealing with is.
If it gets more serious than this, I think it's going to cause a lot of damage to our economy, to the society in general, and it's going to affect every life, because this thing is very real and real.
The government has actually done a good job, especially in Nigeria, by sensitizing the people on what the virus is and how you can protect yourself, how it can be contracted.
This thing is real. So I just want us, everybody, just stay in your house, just be safe, and the government should just do preventive measures to clear up this thing, because we don't fit stay for house for too long.
People living in the ghetto side, they don't have light, they don't even have television. They don't know what is called coronavirus. They are just hearing it, they don't know about it. They are just, some of them coming to the market here. They don't even put on their face mask, they don't even put on the hand glove. They just walk freely and tell you that nothing will harm them. They are audacious, they have audacious in their body. So I'm telling the federal government to let them know, enlighten them well.
I saw the disease for net, it be like Prince, and it's actually happening. Even all over the country, it will happen. But I want the federal government to make sure that they look into the disease so that it should not circulate to all over the country.
Yes, the government have really done a very good job in terms of sensitizing the masses. But how well and how far? I think they need to intensify efforts to get to the rural areas where people are still ignorant of this issue. I believe by doing so, it will help to curtail the spread as well.
This COVID-19 2019 is real.
And this thing is not rampant among the poor. But there's one thing I know that is very certain. It's rampant among people that you don't go inside the sun. Of course, you're always in the AC. Is that not the issue? They said when your body is feeling cold, then you don't take alcohol. Dry gin. I heard it on the radio that alcohol is good for corona, but it's not full-time dry gin. But just take it, use it, rub your hand in case you don't. And they asked us to wash our hand time after time. I went into a supermarket today, not quite long here, in this price right here. They asked me to wash my hand thoroughly, so that it will be clean. Then they give me another something you gave me. So it's so funny.
Doesn't matter if you are black, if you are white, if you are blue or green. It affects you. It affects you. So people that are saying that this doesn't affect black, I think these people are very ignorant, and you need to change your perspective. You need to take life seriously, though. We need to be very conscious of this pandemic, though.
We should all take it so very, very serious. We should not neglect whether it's not coming to poor man, because so many people have the belief that it's only the rich people that used to get it. It's not about only the rich. We are all humans. Even the poor can get it.
For now, I still believe it's still an light sickness. If this stuff should, get across these airlines to the street, Nigeria, we are finished. We are finished. It's not a question of the government is not doing this, the government is not doing that. We are finished if this stuff will leave the airlight to the street. We should be thankful that it's still within a contagious stage for now. That once the common man on the street is affected, we are gone. Even give them proper health care, I doubt if it will be possible, because for now I believe it's still a VIP treatment that some people are still getting. Until a poor man gets infected, then we will know if you guys are really doing your job. But I believe I will commend you for the effort you put in place. I hereby use this opportunity to also commend the governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu. He has really done well. In fact, currently he's the man at the moment. He has shown to be a leader, and I encourage him to do more. Let other governors emulate from him. Do as much as they could. Even if you are not building roads currently, that you're protecting lives, saving humanity. I think the man has done noble, and other governors should learn from him. For now, I think you stay safe, be at home to tell the story, because if you're outside there and get infected, I doubt if you will be here to tell the story tomorrow. So protect your family, protect people around you, make sure you don't spread the virus. Make sure you implement whatever safety procedure that has been given out to the general public to implement. Make sure you wear your face masks, your hand gloves, and minimize movement for now. I know it will be tough. As at yesterday, some people were telling me that if this ban will continue, that it won't be business as usual. Next thing we are going to face now is robbery, because when people are hungry, they will step out to go and look for what to eat. And who will be affected? It's me and you. So the airlines who I think that they have this money, I think it's the right time to reinvest back to the community. Irrespective of what you can do, even if it's buying one bag of rice, share it to the masses around you, the poor ones, and let them have life, at least to face this reality on ground.
Before things became this bad, we had this mindset in Nigeria that, okay, we are blacks, this virus cannot survive here, it can't survive high temperatures, our environments are hot and all that, but we can see that it's decided to prove us wrong. At this point, I want to also commend the government in what they're doing to curb this issue. with the directive of the president right now in hot zones like Lagos, which we know is very densely populated. We have an instruction from the president. There should be a lockdown in Lagos, Ogun, Abuja. So this is a welcome development, but still we have to ask ourselves, are we prepared? Because for you to make those kind of, decisions, I'm sure the government have already put some measures in place, like how do people feed? Some people survive on daily incomes here in Nigeria. So those are important questions. Will there be lights? Even if you go to the market, because there's panic buying all over the place. This is what it costs, panic buying. For you to know by 11 p.m., it's like a state of emergency. So how do you preserve most of these things you've gone to the market to buy? You understand? The government have to make sure these measures are already put in place for this to be a success.
NEPA need to step up their game. You can't lock people at home and at the same time they can't really, vouch for 2 hours light. In the last 2 weeks, I know I've spent close to, if not 50,000 naira on fuel because of poor power supply from a co-distribution center. But that's not the case. Even if you should stock your home, how do you intend to preserve them when there is no power source? It's not possible.
If it gets out of hand, a lot of things will happen, like crimes will increase, and you see deaths that you will not be able to. I just pray that this doesn't look like the plug, that happens back in those days, like when we lost about 300 million souls.
These are some of the implications on this. We also have the global implication, which is the economic implication. Most companies are going to downsize, whether we like it or not. There's the implication of people will not get money, will not get paid, and all that. So we see that this is actually serious, and we should do our best to curb it.
That is affecting businesses. You can see all over the places that people are no longer moving. People are, and I think Nigeria are really more conscious about this now, because many people are staying indoors, which is very good. If not for my job, I wouldn't be here. I would just go and lock myself inside, because this thing, if it gets out of hand, Nigeria would not have the necessary tools to battle this for now. At first, it started with China. We thought it was a joke, like this is a Chinese. Even Donald Trump was even saying a Chinese virus, and it destroyed a lot of lives. It's even destroying now. I was in a conversation with a friend yesterday from the US, and he was telling me that this is affecting everything, affecting both lives, job. Over 3.6 million jobs are lost in the US already.
And I believe that we can do better. Those who have contributed money for this, thank you, God bless you. But at the same time, I think you guys really messed up as well. You have this money stocked in your account, but you couldn't build a befitting hospital. Hand it over to a missionary school, not even hand it over to a mission.
Something that's very important is the role the government has to play concerning this coronavirus. You can see other parts of the world, right? We already have the president of the United States, for example, who addresses the nation on a daily basis, giving them basic information they need out there. The government had to release relief funds for the citizens. So we see different governments in the world, springing into action, and here too want to employ the Nigerian government, right? They're asking people to sit at home is not just enough, right? You have to, because Nigerians have a go-get-it mindset. You have to provide other avenues for these people to survive. So here the government have a very, very serious role to play. You don't just leave the whole case for the people to handle. So that is one thing. Then we as the citizens, we should, in fact, the ball is in our court at this moment, right? Because if you go to the streets, you see people gathered. Some people still think it's a joke. Some of us are seeing it as a holiday, just to be at home and relax. No, I actually think there's a point where we have to, self-isolate. We have to reduce contact with other people because, let's be honest, if this thing gets out of hand, I don't know if we have the facilities in Nigeria, to handle because of the population and the rest. So I want to advise each and every one of us that we should take precautionary measures. We shouldn't wait for anything to happen before we begin to test ourselves and try to handle the issue. We should try to be proactive in handling these issues.
Yes, we've been at home in the last 2 weeks, trying to not to have close contact with people. But if somebody like me can be at home and I'm struggling to eat, how much more those who are outside who live from hand to mouth? So I think this is the right time for the government to come to the masses' aid. It's not only during election, during vote period that they go around to give them wrapper, whatever, to induce them. I think this is the right time to remember that these guys brought you into power. And I believe another way to help to sensitize the masses is to all our elected officials to go back to their constituencies. Go buy hand sanitizer, buy all the kits and distribute it to your voter, to your constituents who made sure that you got to Abuja.
They have shut our shop down since on Thursday. We are not selling. They say only food stop market will be selling. So, and the government are not doing anything. I don't see anything they are doing. They just stop us from selling our market. We all are stranded now, just hoping to see what the government will do. And they are not doing anything. I hear that some people have donated money for Nigerians, but I didn't see anything. They didn't give us anything. We are just stranded. That's why I turned up to sell all these things, to make it easy for Nigerians to get it. But the price of all these things has already gone up. When you go to the market to buy this thing, before I used to buy this one, 500 or 600. But now, when you go to the market, it's almost 6,000 naira. And the face mask, here is 15,000 now. What we used to buy before, 3,000 naira. Everything has gone up. So government should do something, or they let us sell our market as usual.
We are still relying on the government though, because this thing also fall back to the government. But I don't think nothing going to be done in it. I think we are on our own in this, right? I really appreciate what Sanwo-Olu is doing, with the way it's reacting to the pandemic though. I really applaud him, and Nigeria is going to affect us a lot, because just imagine $2.something trillion bill was approved in the US to give money out to the citizens of the US. But I think that case is not going to happen here, because even our own budget said with the borrow money they do them. So I think, as in people that are expecting that money, I think it's not going to happen, because whenever we borrow money, they do budget fee. Now call coronavirus, then we say we want borrow money give. So I think that one. So people that do business, I will advise you about just go buy food stock for house, because this thing now, if it gets out of hand, oh boy, Lagos, I have to go my village.
Virus issue is a big problem, because they've closed down everywhere, even churches, mosques, everywhere has been closed down. The hunger they catch me since morning, I never chop. To find better place to chop now. So when people don't tire to stay inside, all of us go come outside. You understand me? So the government should do something.
Things are not well arranged in this country, in which we can survive it if this thing eventually is in this country or in this state. Because you can see from other countries where this thing, in America, in China, in Italy, we have things in place that you can operate cashlessly. If actually this thing is being transmitted by through money, they can operate cashlessly. They can use some other means to bring food for you in your house, through robot and through some other things in which they can use. Everybody, in fact, they can keep their citizen for house for complete 3 months and 4 months, and they won't feel the impact, they won't feel the pain, because things have been put in place.
What we're actually experiencing on this issue of coronavirus for the past 1 week now, many people are starving, irrespective of, even though some others are purchasing what they have to purchase, but others are starving. And at the same time, the rate at which the food increased, the price of the food items increases too much, and it's even turning it unbearable for people. So me, I think though God is at work, but at least we should find something to do about it, because if the food is at this cost, I don't know how people is going to survive, because we never know when this is going to cut off for us to live a normal life that we are living before. No handwork is to be carried out, nothing to be done. People are just being stubborn to do anything they are doing right now. So I beg in the name of God that we should please, even as we are praying, and also find a little an act also, and God will help us in Jesus' name.
The coronavirus is affected my business. The reason is because the people that is used to buy my business are not coming. And even inside market, people are not coming to buy because everybody are fearing so that they will not contract the disease.
This issue of coronavirus for the past 2 weeks now, it has not been easy because most Nigerians are indoors now. Most of Nigerians are living from hands to mouth. And you see, people are staying at home. There is no food, no water, nothing to come outside to eat. People are suffering. For 2 weeks now, people are suffering. To get money, not easy, because most Nigerians are living from hands to mouth.
And concerning business, it's really not been easy for those that do daily business, daily income. It has not been easy on them, and it's also not been easy on the Nigerians too at home, because some go out, they make ends meet and get money that same day and buy what they want to eat. But now everybody's indoors. I really don't know how they are coping, but I believe they are coping. And I'm asking the government to do something about it, because I know they can do better.
The government providing information with facts, with actual data, is going to help a lot in convincing people. Because if you see images from Italy, for example, what you see are you see how severe this case is. You see people who are on intensive care, units. You see people under the ventilator machine. You see all these things. But in Nigeria, it's as if we're just hearing for now. So I think the government should step up. NCDC should step up. So we can actually see confirmed cases. This will help people understand that what we're dealing with is a very, very, very critical issue. It shouldn't just be about figures. Even the man they say has tested negative, who was once positive, he should come out, right? He should speak. He should testify, so that people will actually feel confident that okay, there's a solution, there's a cure. It's not just a one-way traffic that once you catch the virus, you're going to die. Right, so I feel the government should, do better in providing real statistics for us, to follow and say, okay, so we can actually be aware of the severity of the matter at hand.
The only area which I'm worried about is that the report coming, we are not really clear about the report. They are not telling us exactly what the situation is. Concerning Italy and Americas and China's where the coronavirus been affected, you actually see that they were showing us the situation, reporting them live to us. Like for example, you see the victim, the people which something is being affected. You see them, how they are being treated, and you see how they are being treated. You see the hospital in which they are. They are showing everything, telling us live. And they are interviewing the victims, and the victims actually can tell us how we started and how they are suffering from the whole stuff. But here in Nigeria, they were just giving us a report that 45 people have been infected, 97 people have been infected. They are not showing us where are they, where the hospital, where are they reporting from, which hospital, which location. They are not giving us the accurateness. We want to see the patient. Let them interview the patient. How did they get infected and how are they feeling? So we can see them. We can actually believe. This giving us kind of audio report about 95% being affected. How sure that they're not trying to use that idea to extract something money from government?
We've been hearing 111 people has been affected. We are there. We need to see them, convince the masses that this thing is in Nigeria. We've been hearing from 50 to 23, 40, 40, 45, 50, 100. But where are these guys being treated? We are there. We need to see them. If it warrants getting camera guys, give them a mask, let them go in there, interview them, let them interview them, let Nigeria hear the type of pains that they are passing through, so that them too will believe.
We should all stay safe, actually. Please, please and please. This is right now, currently, we cannot say that there is any perfect vaccine for this. So please, I want to advise each and every one of us to stay safe, follow the instructions they have been giving us, wash your hands, the use of hand sanitizers, and social distancing and all that. But please, at this point, I want to beg the government that some cases in some areas you guys are still lagging behind. For example, an issue like this, you have the prices of things skyrocketing. Why? You have face masks that used to be 10,000 per pack, now becoming 13,000 and all that. So I feel when it comes to regulatory price regulation, the government is seriously lagging behind. We should actually have bodies putting a check to all this. People are taking advantage of people, and it's really, really bad. At the point where we should try to be helping each other to survive, these are things that should be provided even for free, right? But the way prices are skyrocketing, I feel, and please, I want to employ the government to be proactive and to go and check all these things, because at the end of the day, it's about saving lives. It's about us being alive. It's about us surviving and not just taking advantage. We should learn to love ourselves. We should learn to love ourselves, and we should stop taking advantage of issues like this. It's not everything the government can ever handle. We should do this out of love. We should provide for ourselves.
And I know that staying at home is not easy for some of us that is very busy. It's really not easy, but because we love ourselves and we love the nation, we love the world, let's stay at home and be safe.
We should keep safe. Make sure that if we see someone that is complaining about the symptoms, we should try and alert the community, alert some people for him or her to go and do the test for you, because if we did not do that, even we that we are close to the person might also attract such things. So we should always keep safe. Nigeria should keep safe. Everything will be better.